Hello and welcome to The Unseen Scars, where we narrate anonymous stories shared with us from people who need to be heard. Today's story is from a woman who makes dinner for two every night and eats alone. It's about the excuses that slowly become a way of life and the loneliness that can fill a brand new home. I've been staring at this screen for an hour. My dinner is getting cold on the coffee table. Well, what's left of it. I made pasta tonight, the fancy kind, with pancetta and garlic and a cream sauce that takes forever to get right. The kind he loves, or used to love. I don't know what he loves anymore. I ate my portion standing over the kitchen counter, scrolling on my phone, like I always do. Then I put his portion in a glass Tupperware container. It's sitting on the counter now, waiting for him. It'll be there until probably 10, maybe 11 p.m. He'll come home, kiss my cheek without making eye contact, and say, "Oh, you saved me some? Thanks, babe. I'm starving." Then he'll microwave it and eat it in 3 minutes while checking emails on his phone. This is my life now. I'm a high-end, live-in chef for a man I barely see. The text came at 6:15 p.m., right on schedule. I could set a watch by it. "Hey, so sorry, going to be late tonight. This product launch is insane. Grab dinner without me." I didn't reply. What is there to say? Okay, feels pathetic. Again, feels bitchy. So I just leave him on red. A tiny, pointless rebellion that he probably doesn't even notice. He's busy. He's important. He's building our future. That's what he tells me. This is all for us, Maya, for our future. But what about our present? What about right now? I'm 29 years old, sitting alone in a beautiful 2-bedroom condo that my husband's salary pays for, and I have never felt more lonely in my entire life. It wasn't always like this. I have proof. It's right here in my phone. My phone is like an archaeological dig site of our relationship. I can scroll back past the years of logistical texts and one-word answers, and I can find him, the man I married. Here's one from 4 years ago, before we were married, before this big fancy job at the tech startup. Him. "Can't stop thinking about your face." Me. "Which part? The part that's currently covered in pizza grease?" Him. "Especially that part. Meet me in 20? I'll bring wine. I need to see you." He needed to see me. He would drop everything, leave a party, skip a guy's night just to come over to my crappy apartment and sit on my lumpy couch and be with me. We would talk for hours. We'd cook together, bumping into each other in the tiny kitchen, making a huge mess. He was ambitious then too. He was always driven. But his ambition included me. I was part of the plan. I was the destination. Now I feel like the pit stop, the place he comes to refuel and recharge before heading back out to his real life. The change was gradual. It was a slow creep. It started when he got the promotion 2 years ago. Senior vice president of something or other. I was so proud. I threw him a party. All our friends came. He made a speech, holding my hand, and said, "I couldn't have done this without Maya." I felt my heart swell. We were a team. Our success. The first few months, it was exciting. He'd come home buzzing with energy, telling me about the deals he was closing, the people he was managing. I loved it. I loved seeing him so passionate. The late nights started then, but they were rare. Once a week, maybe. And he'd always call, his voice full of genuine regret. "I am so sorry, babe. I promise I'll make it up to you this weekend." And he would. He'd plan a whole day for us, no phones allowed. Then once a week became twice a week, then 3 times. The phone calls stopped, replaced by quick texts. The apologies got shorter. The promises to make it up to me faded away completely. Now it's just expected. It's Monday through Friday, sometimes Saturday. I make plans for us on the weekend, and I hold my breath until Saturday afternoon, waiting for the inevitable text. Hey, so sorry, have to pop into the office for a few hours. A few hours turns into the whole day, and I'm alone again. I've tried talking to him. I've tried every approach. The nice, understanding approach. Hey, I'm worried about you. You're working so much. You must be exhausted. We miss you. He'll sigh, run a hand through his hair. I know, Maya. It's just this quarter. Once this launch is over, it'll calm down. I promise. It's always just this quarter. There's always another launch, another project, another fire to put out. I think this is just his life now. And by extension, it's mine. The angry, nagging approach. Liam, this isn't fair. I am tired of eating dinner alone every single night. I didn't sign up for this. I need a husband, not a roommate who pays the bills. That one just shuts down. He gets this cold, hard look on his face. I am doing this for us, so we can have this apartment, so you don't have to worry about money, so we can have kids one day. I thought you supported me. My God, Maya, what do you want from me? And that's the question that guts me. What do I want? I want my husband back. I want the guy who would text me in the middle of the day just to say he was thinking about my face. It makes me feel so pathetic. My friends see the surface. They see the designer bag he bought me for my birthday, ordered online, delivered by courier, of course. They see the vacation photos from the one trip we managed to take last year. He was on his laptop for half of it. They see things like, "You're so lucky. Liam is so driven." Am I lucky? I have all the accessories of a happy life, but the life itself is missing. It's a stage play, and the other lead actor keeps missing his cues. So I sit here, in the quiet. The only sounds are the hum of the refrigerator and the traffic noises from the street 10 floors below. I scroll. Scrolling is the worst. It's a form of self-harm, I think. I can't stop myself. Here's the thread from our wedding day. Photos of us, goofy and ecstatic. And the text from the morning of, him. I can't wait to see you. I'm the luckiest man in the world. Me. I love you so much. Hurry up and marry me. Him. On it. It feels like I'm looking at two different people. Two strangers. I remember being that girl. So full of hope, so sure of our future. We talked about everything. Kids, where we'd travel, growing old together. We were going to be the cool old couple who still held hands. I look at my hand right now. It's empty. Sometimes a dark thought creeps in. Is it just work? Is he seeing someone else? Another woman at the office? Someone who understands the pressures of his job? Who shares that same manic energy? Someone he actually has dinner with? I feel sick even thinking it. I've gone through his phone before. I'm not proud of it. I did it once a few months ago. I waited until he was asleep, my heart pounding so hard I thought he'd hear it. I scrolled through his texts, his emails, his photos. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Just work, work, work. Messages from his team at all hours. Spreadsheets, project plans, a few boring texts from his mom. The relief I felt was quickly replaced by a new kind of despair. Because if there's no one else, then that means he is choosing this. He is choosing his job over me. There is no other woman. His mistress is his work. And I don't know how to compete with that. You can't tell a man to stop loving his own ambition. So I try to be the perfect supportive wife. I keep the apartment clean. I make sure the fridge is stocked with his favorite sparkling water. I cook him beautiful dinners that he eats cold. I don't complain anymore. The fight has gone out of me. What's the point? It doesn't change anything. It just makes the few hours we do have together tense and miserable. Silence is easier. But the silence is eating me alive. It's giving me too much time to think, to remember, to compare the then with the now. Last month, I got a little brave. I bought lingerie. Stupid, right? So cliche. I put it on after my lonely dinner, did my hair and makeup. I waited for him. 9 p.m. came and went, 10 p.m., 11 p.m. At 11:30, he walked in. He looked exhausted, gray. "Hey," he said, dropping his briefcase. "Hey," I said, trying to sound sexy and not like a woman who had been waiting for 3 hours in an uncomfortable thong. He barely glanced at me. He just walked right past me towards the bedroom. "Long day, I'm gonna shower." I just stood there, in the living room, mortified. I felt so foolish, so desperate. When he came out of the shower, I had already changed back into my sweatpants and an old t-shirt. I was pretending to be asleep when he got into bed. He didn't try to touch me. He never does anymore. We used to have a great sex life. It was passionate and fun and connecting. Now, it's a chore. Something that happens maybe once a month on a Saturday afternoon if he's not called into the office. It's quick and quiet, and I feel like he's just checking a box, ticking off the husband duties list. I find myself thinking about my grocery list while it's happening. That's how far gone we are. I know what my mom would say. "Marriage is hard work, honey. You have to stick by him. He's a good man." I know what my friends would say. "Just leave him. You deserve to be happy." They're both right, and they're both wrong. It's not that simple. I do love him. I love the man he was. I see glimpses of him sometimes on a rare Sunday morning when we're having coffee and he's not on his phone yet. He'll make a joke, and I see him, the guy I fell in love with. And I get this rush of hope that's almost painful. Maybe he's coming back to me. But then his phone will buzz. And just like that, he's gone. His eyes glaze over. He's back at the office, in his head. And I'm alone again, sitting right next to him. I'm scrolling back again. Back to one of our very first conversations on Hinge. His profile prompt was, "I'm looking for." His answer was, "Someone to build a life with, not just a weekend." It's funny, that's what he said he wanted, but what he's built is a life for himself that I just happen to live in. And all I have are weekends, empty ones. This is my mess. I'm sorry this is so long and rambling. It's been building up for so long. All of these silent dinners, all this time alone. I think I just needed to tell someone, even if it's just strangers on the internet. Because the person who is supposed to be my person isn't here to listen. I just heard the elevator ding in the hallway. That's probably him. My stomach is in knots. Do I say something tonight? Do I show him the Tupperware and say, "This is my life now"? Or do I just pretend to be asleep again? Pretending is easier. God, it's so much easier. The key is turning in the lock. That was Maya's story, told from a quiet dinner table. Thank you for trusting us with it. To everyone listening, Thanks for being here for these stories. Until the next one.